it was also a great distraction from whatever else they were trying to do at the same time or whatever else was going on. They knew that like that top story was going to be that the news outlet got shot up, right? Because you attack press, it's like, imagine you're just trying to do regular
Yes.
and you can't get anything done. And even if you go, you're literally taking a risk leaving your house. Like, I just posted a video. There was a crazy shootout the other day, and this dad is like filming on his phone, and you can hear the kid. You can't see them, but they're laying on the ground, and I think it's like they're in a food place, and the kid is like, "Papa, like I'm scared. I'm scared. Those are gunshots. Those are gunshots. I'm scared." And the dad's like, we're gonna be okay?" And the kid's like, "Are we gonna be okay? Just tell me we're gonna be okay." And it's like a little kid. You can tell.
It's terrifying.
And growing up with that, that's not normal.
No, see, again, it goes back to what you said about like being desensitized. They're desensitized to it, but it
Comes
changes who they are as a person,
Mhm.
you know? And you think about this because it's very similar. Like when you look at different places that are like terrorist hotspots around the world, if that's what they grow up knowing, and those are the tough guys in the neighborhood.
That's what you become.
Right. And then, by the way, all these other dudes from other countries are dropping bombs on you to try to catch them all the time. You don't know the difference between that. You just take on what your environment does. The concept of being a product of your environment is probably one of the truest things about humanity ever stated.
And then get this, if you see the guys who are supposed to be good doing the same bad things, like you have a cop coming up to your dad's corner store saying, "You're going to pay me fucking $5,000 if you want to keep running this business or we're going to burn it down," then who is the good guy? Like, who is your Superman here? Like, there's no fucking, it's not like Batman and Joker. It's like Joker and Joker 2.0.
That's right. That's a great point. Because the examples you see, the lines are totally blurred everywhere you go, and it all ends with the same thing, and you become, I would imagine, like as a kid, you become totally numb to that, and you're like, okay, power. Who has power? They do. That's what I'll
money.
do then. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah.
And then people watch these videos and they're like, how are these guys cutting off these people's heads? Well, probably because they've seen extreme levels of violence their whole life.
Absolutely.
It's normal. And speaking of, the Joker and Joker 2.0, this is what I was going to tell you about, like the military guys, right?
Yeah. How deep does this go?
It's really bad. There's like a lot of footage too on Twitter right now where you'll see like military vehicles or soldiers, whatever, they have like, so the hat, like the sombrero, like the white hat, it represents the chapitos, right? That pizza.
Can we pull that up? Chapito's white hat?
Yeah. And there's a photo on my Twitter of 5 bodies that were dumped outside like a fucking water park for kids with the hats on it. And like it's a really striking photo.
Yeah, we can't show that one, obviously.
Yes. Yeah. But so you'll see military vehicles, there's like photos of it where like this one military vehicle apparently has like the white hat like on the dashboard, and
that's not it, right?
No, it's not. You're gonna have to search up like
white,
like search up Chapitos Sombrero, I think.
Okay.
That could work.
All right.
I don't have my glasses.
Images, good. Like
that first one.
Like what Ovidio's wearing there?
Yeah, like that one.
Okay.
And you'll see they'll have like little versions of that, or they'll pop those types of hats on people when they kill them.
Yeah, what was the one you were just starting to say when we looked at that? Not the water park one, it was right after that.
The military cars?
Yeah.
So like, is that what you wanted to hear?
Yeah.
So like there's, like some military guys who obviously are, in this, and they'll wear it, or like they'll have it on the dashboard of their car, which it really goes to show like, damn, like you're supposed to be the good guy and you're repping
openly
the bad guy openly. And it was crazy too. This is like a side note, but this also like really stood out to me was when I was reporting over there. I was with another journalist, like local journalist there, Jose. He was really great. He's a really good journalist. Shout out. And he helped me a lot. And also it was really good just because like to not be alone. And also it was like my first time going there, and I'm going there during like this fucking culiacanazo.
Yeah.
So, but there were moments where I did go alone, and I was like filming myself talking about something one time, and like the military vehicle pulls up and the guys are all like sitting in the back, and like two of them start like waving and whistling and blowing kisses. Yeah, and I have it on video, and I'm like, so I need glasses, but I lost my glasses, so like I can't properly see shit sometimes. And also when I film, I take off my glasses, which is how I lost them. So I'm like not wearing my glasses, and then I'm like, no way. So I look behind me because I'm like, no, they're probably fucking with someone, right?
Yeah.
No, and they're like, hey, and I'm like, you're joking right now, like to me. And I put on my glass, and I'm just in the video, like I'm so confused. Because that is a massive breach of trust, and like in authority, in someone who like has way more power than me.
Because they know who you are too. They know what you're doing.
They know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
They know I'm like young woman, and there's like a group of men who have arms, and it's like, you pull some shit like that, like any other day, fuck you up. But the power imbalance there, like,
Yeah.
we could not go band for band because
No, you can't be dumb too, because like you said, some of them wear this openly.
Yeah.
That they're paid off by these guys. I mean, that's stunning to me. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be, but still.
And it's funny because I told one of my girlfriends about this, and she's like, that's a story. And I was like, no, because like also as a journalist, like you don't want to become the story. Like you want to tell the story of what's going on. But a moment like that, it's like, yeah, why do you feel so comfortable doing that to a journalist there? And then shit went crazy too, because like they shot up, not the military, like a news outlet got shot up while I was there.
A news outlet got shot up.
Yeah, I posted on the gram. It was like the cars out front, like all the tires were popped, like there was bullet holes everywhere.
All right, real quick, I just gotta go to the bathroom, but I want to hear this
So
whole
do I.
story. All right, we'll be right back.
Oh my god.
All right, we're back. That was a longer break than expected. Sorry about that. Thank you for your patience.
No, it's no problem.
If anyone out there understands why the Lacey recording into our ATEM mini ISO does not get read on a fucking Mac sometimes randomly, please help. I've been working on this problem for the whole year. It's been such a pain in the ass for Alessi and me. And I had the help of one of the fans, Marcus wins this, to build a PC into my Mac that I then have to like go in there and pull the files, and luckily it just works. So we have the files from what we just did, but been a pain in the ass.
Oh, you thought they were gone?
Yeah, I knew we'd be able to get it now because this is my first time to the rodeo, but like last week it happened with John Kiriakou, and that basically cost us, it cost me 5-6 hours one day sitting on with Marcus trying to get it. Luckily this time I didn't have to get him on and I got it, but it's still like
There's always something.
There's always
It's
something.
part of the process.
It's like
we just adapt.
But like Danny Jones has the same fucking equipment we do down to the hard drives, and we've bought several of these. It's not any one of them. And he never has this problem. Ever.
Maybe human error.
That's what I'm saying. But like we haven't, Alessi and I, like we're anal. We watch the fucking red button right here and it never goes off. So if that doesn't go off, and then the data's always there, it just doesn't show up on Mac. It's so weird. So if anyone can help with that, please shoot me a DM at Julian D. Dorey on Instagram. Help. And on Twitter if you're there too. But anyway, sorry. So you were telling a story about a news outlet that got shot up. What happened?
So basically like one night, all hell broke loose. Nobody could leave. This was the night when I had a few drinks with the hotel receptionist as I was working in the lobby. And the next day it was like a news outlet was shot up. And what I kind of figured was that it was kind of like killing two birds with one stone, shooting up that news outlet, because they shot that news outlet up to send a message, as like, hey, whatever, there was something that they reported on or they were sticking their nose somewhere that whoever shot them up didn't want them to be
Right.
doing. And B, it was also a great distraction from whatever else they were trying to do at the same time or whatever else was going on. They knew that like that top story was going to be that the news outlet got shot up, right? Because you attack press, it's like you're attacking speech, you're attacking so many components of like democracy generally. Anyways, fast forward a few days later, one of the newspaper delivery men for that news outlet was kidnapped, and he's still missing. Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. Sorry.
No, it's really sad. Like,
that's very sad, but like,
yeah, like his daughter like just put out a plea being like, I want my father back alive.
this is horrible.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I laugh because I mean,
It's okay.
who really gets kidnapped? But that's horrible.
It's so bad because it's directly attacking press. And so like, and what a lot of people don't understand, or at least I feel like a lot of people don't understand, is when you're attacking the press, like it's not just like, oh, like shut up, journalist. No, it's like these are the people who are literally going out to get information for the public and to tell the stories that impact you guys. So if they're being attacked and if they're working under the like this realm of fear, how the fuck are they how are we supposed to be able to do our jobs unless you are just like this like some crazy bitch cartel girl who doesn't get scared and is like whatever. But for the most part, you don't want to die, and especially not doing your job.
Of course.
That threat shouldn't exist for a job that is clean.
Also, you might feel differently too in the future if you have like a husband and kids.
100%.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I could be recruited to the fucking CIA right now because I'm just like, it's me and nothing else, right?
Don't say that out loud too much. People might think a thing or two, but
I don't think I would joke about it if
that's what they say.
I've actually had people in Mexico be like, "You're a spy," and I'm like, "No." I've had like people have checked my passport because it sounds ridiculous. Like at least to me, I'm like, I called my dad and I'm like, so and so like thought I was a spy, like for real.
Yeah.
And I would be a shitty spy if you think that I am one. So clearly not. But anyways, back to this. That same day that news outlet got shot up, I managed to catch the governor in a scrum. A scrum is like when all the journalists, So,
did you have this on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw this. The guy with the glasses?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like all the comments on that post are like, he's so corrupt.
Yes.
Yeah. And so like when I caught him in the scrum, I was like, how do you expect to maintain a freedom of press in Sinaloa when journalists are constantly under attack? I mean, I just got a notification that like this journalist was just killed in Michoacan.
Ugh.
And he was like, gave this super long-winded answer that basically alluded to nothing. Like it doesn't give me a peace of mind, someone who's not even seeking peace of mind. So imagine folks who are there and living this daily, and it's like, I could become a target. And it's like a newspaper delivery guy. Like from what I know, like he wasn't even writing the stories.
Yeah, that seems like a low blow.
It's a message.
It's exactly. It's a message. They're going after someone who's completely innocent. In that case, basically to say the people who, in their eyes, aren't innocent, but are literally just doing their job, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, we'll go after this guy. What do you think we'll do to you?
And like this has always been an issue in Mexico. Actually, Mexico is the most dangerous place in the world for journalists. It has the highest rate of murders of journalists. And then add onto that being a woman, where Mexico literally has a femicide protocol where if a woman is murdered, it's not investigated as a homicide, it's investigated as a femicide, because they literally have an epidemic of violence against women, of female murders.
A femicide?
Yes. Femicide is like murdering a woman. Homicide, but woman.
I've never heard that before. So I didn't know that had like a gender.
Yeah. femicide. It's an international thing, but particularly in Mexico, they've literally implemented a femicide protocol, which is like the specific investigative
Yes.
unit that goes to investigate homicide against a woman
Wow.
because it's so bad. So like you combine that, and it's like, okay, you want to tell stories, you want to find the truth, you want to be on the ground and showing exactly what's happening, and like that's my goal here is I don't want to just be like in the comfort of my home. I love to
Yeah.
be in the comfort of my home, but be in the comfort of your home and it's like, okay, I'm talking to people on Zoom, I'm writing about it and I'm posting it. Fuck that. If I'm going there and I can literally show you, look, this is what's happening. And I've had people like message me and they're like, Katarina, like you'd have way more followers or traction if you used a better camera or whatever. I'm like, this is real. Like I go there with my phone and my DSLR and I'm like, look, right behind me, this man was just killed.
Yeah, I think the quality's fine.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
For me, I just care about keeping it real. Like
Yes.
honestly,
Agreed.
yeah. So
Not to cut you off, but like
Mm.
I've been seeing all the, because they're at the very end of these campaigns now, and I see all these different campaigns using like 8K cameras now to try to capture stuff, and it just feels fake.
it feels like a
You know?
movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're shooting it with like 23 frames per second shutter
Yes.
speed, 24 frames per second. It's something about it just feels off.
It's too overly produced, and I think when you're telling stories that are so raw, you have to tell it in a raw way because otherwise, like an audience is looking at a screen, and sure, they could be seeing the same content like through a great 24 frames, whatever, your phone. It doesn't
Yeah,
a
yeah.
GoPro, but if it's real and you're showing what's going on, especially when it's something like this where people are dying, people have a terrible quality of life, and there's like constant violence, it needs to be real.
Watching the video, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.